So I'm here to talk about the unheard crisis about hearing loss. Do you all know that a few years from now, say by 2050, one third of you will be suffering from a hearing problem? This is a pandemic scale problem and less talked about. So I would like all of you to experience how silence feels before I start this talk today. So we will have a silent moment for 15 seconds just for all of you to experience what is going on through the people who suffer from hearing loss day in, day out in their life. Let's start now. One. The moment that you just experienced, this is the kind of life people have to live throughout if they suffer from hearing loss. I have been an advocate of hearing awareness since last 15 years. We run this organization called Ear Solutions, where we make people aware about hearing problems. We treat them with hearing loss. And as we say, unique problem needs unique kind of awareness initiatives. So under one such initiative, I have traveled from Delhi to London by road, creating awareness around the world. I'm also an author of an Amazon best-selling book, and talk a lot about why this problem needs attention. So let's understand. Right now, around 1.5 billion people suffer from hearing loss in this world. That is 150 crore log. I'm sure that you may have seen, you may have met people around yourself who have struggled with hearing problems. And this problem is such big that they completely get isolated. And it is increasing at a speed wherein 1 out of 4 will have hearing problem by 2050. We cannot escape. All of us will have to go through that. And hence, it becomes more important to understand what needs to be done in today's world to protect ourselves from the growing noise pollution and the problems that cause hearing loss. Yes. So that will be around 250 crore people by 2050. Out of 1,000 children who are born, 4 of them face hearing problems by birth, and it is deaf level of hearing problem. So you can imagine every day so many children are born and 4 out of them have hearing problem. In most of the cases, the hearing problem goes unnoticed. We do not have mechanism in most of the hospitals to screen it while during the time of birth. We only get to know about this hearing problem after a couple of years, after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when the child is not able to speak. That's when we start introspecting that what is the problem, why is he not speaking? And speaking, no listening means no speaking at all. If you're not able to hear anything, you would not be able to speak anything. And when the parents of those children take them for further evaluation, it is already too late. क्योंकि बच्चों का जो स्पीच है वो सिर्फ 7 इयर्स तक डेवलप हो सकता है. उसके बाद स्पीच डेवलप करने की जो ब्रेन की कैपेसिटी होती है वो बहुत ही कम हो जाती है, नेग्लिजिबल हो जाती है. So if the speech is not developed during the initial couple of years, पहले 2, 3, 4 सालों में अगर स्पीच नहीं डेवलप होती है, it becomes really difficult for the child to speak again. And we have had such patients encounters जहाँ पे हमने किसी को समय से treat किया और hearing aid लगाया. It was detected early, and in such scenario we could see that the person started working in a bank, was living a normal healthy life like me and you. Whereas somebody who was undetected has to live a life of sign language throughout their life. Imagine being a liability on your family instead of creating an awesome life for yourself and your family members. So it becomes even more important to talk about it and to detect it, diagnose it at an early stage or as early as possible. So, do you understand how big the hearing problem is? Let me tell you a short story, an encounter that I had during the early beginnings of me when I entered this hearing industry. So, this was around 2011. I visited a patient's place. We started our work from Delhi and we used to visit patients at their home. So I visited one of my patients at their home. This was 2011. And this boy is around 26 years old. 26 साल का लड़का है. एक साल पहले इसकी शादी हुई है जब ये 25 साल की उम्र का था. और करीब उससे 10 साल पहले इसको हियरिंग लॉस शुरू हो गया था. सो ही सफर्ड अ प्रॉब्लम विच इज कॉल्ड मैनेंजाइटिस, जिससे बॉडी का कोई भी एक पार्ट सीवियरली डैमेज हो जाता है. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली हिज ईयर्स, द नर्व्स गॉट डैमेज्ड बैडली and he could not hear properly. He tried a couple of options back then, but it did not work for him. और फिर he decided that he will go on without a hearing aid. लेकिन अब एक साल पहले इसकी शादी हो गई है और ये दोनों ही हस्बैंड वाइफ एक जॉइंट फैमिली में रहते हैं विद पेरेंट्स इन लॉ, विद ब्रदर इन लॉ. और जो वाइफ हैं वो आपस में बात भी नहीं कर पा रही हैं. इट्स बिन 1 ईयर एंड दे हैव नॉट स्पोकन प्रॉपरली. सिर्फ खाना खाओगे या नहीं, पानी पियोगे या नहीं, इससे ज़्यादा हस्बैंड वाइफ की बात नहीं हुई है. When we diagnosed their problem, gave them the right solution, दोनों ने सबसे पहले क्या किया पता है? दोनों कमरे में गए और दोनों ने आपस में एक दूसरे से बात किया. They came out and they asked us, क्या आप लोगों को सुनाई दे रहा था जो हम अंदर बात कर रहे थे? And as we said कि नहीं, हमें बिल्कुल सुनाई नहीं दिया आप क्या बात कर रहे थे. Both of them had tears in their eyes. दोनों की आंखों में आंसू था. एंड द फैमिली डिड नॉट स्टॉप वेलकमिंग मी. मुझे बिना चाय पानी किए वहाँ से वो जाने नहीं दे रहे थे. एंड वाइल कमिंग बैक फ्रॉम देयर प्लेस, आई एक्सपीरियंस्ड मैजिक. आई फेल्ट दैट आई हैव गॉट दिस सुपर पावर टू चेंज somebody's life. I thought that I did something and their life from tomorrow will not be the same. And that's when I started my journey of hearing awareness. That's when I dedicated my life towards this cause of hearing awareness to ensure that people get treatment as early as possible. So, why this is important? See, the sound is food for your brain. अगर आवाज आपके कान में नहीं जाएगी, ब्रेन तक नहीं पहुंचेगी, आपका ब्रेन धीरे धीरे डल होने लगेगा. मोर इंपॉर्टेंटली, जब आपको पहला 20, 30, 40% हियरिंग लॉस होता है, यू डोंट इवन रियलाइज दैट यू हैव अ हियरिंग प्रॉब्लम. क्योंकि पहले आप वो बर्ड्स चर्पिंग, वो पन्ने की आवाज़, चलने की खटखट, आप ये चीज़ों को मिस करते हैं. एसी की नॉइज, बैकग्राउंड साउंड, एंड यू डोंट इवन रियलाइज कि आपको कोई हियरिंग प्रॉब्लम है. अगर एक दिन कोई चिड़िया नहीं सुनाई दी तो क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है, आपको क्या पता उसने बोला भी. So by the time you realize that you have a hearing loss, you are already 50% into the hearing loss. And by the time this 2, 3, 4 year goes by, it really affects your brain. It affects the reflex of your brain, the brain activity. और इसकी वजह से हमें मेंटल एक्टिवनेस के साथ में डिमेंशिया, जैसे भूलने की बीमारी शुरू हो जाती है. वी स्टार्ट फॉरगेटिंग थिंग्स बिकॉज आवर ब्रेन इज नो मोर द सेम विच इट वॉज व्हेन वी वर एबल टू हियर प्रॉपरली. चक्कर आने की प्रॉब्लम शुरू हो जाती है. वी स्टार्ट सोशल डिस्कनेक्शन. एल्डरली लोग घर में होते हैं जिनको सुनाई नहीं देता है. जब भी हमारे गेस्ट आते हैं वो घर में सबसे बात करते हैं, लेकिन जिनको सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है दे नेग्लेक्ट देम, या एक बार हेलो करके एंड दे मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट मेंबर ऑफ द फैमिली. एंड हियरिंग, ट्रस्ट मी, हियरिंग लॉस से कहीं भी ज़्यादा ब्रेक करने वाला इंसिडेंस उनके लिए उनकी लाइफ में ये होता है. Imagine somebody has been the man of the house. He has run the family all through his life. Now he is 60 years old, 70 years old. He's sitting in his drawing room. There are guests coming in. जहाँ पहले लोग उनसे पूछे बिना कोई काम शुरू नहीं करते थे, आज कोई उनसे बात करने नहीं जा रहा है. And he has to live a life of solitude, alone, a complete loneliness. Imagine the kind of life that person has to go through. टीवी नहीं देख सकते हैं, बच्चों से फ़ोन पे बात नहीं कर सकते हैं. So it is more than a hearing problem. You get completely disconnected from your life. So I would like to highlight some facts and some myths about hearing loss today. So many people say hearing loss happens only in old age. Is this a fact or a myth? No, it's a myth. Hearing loss can happen at any age. Especially पहले के समय में लोगों को 40s या 50s के बाद ही डिटोरिएशन होता था. Now, with the kind of increasing noise pollution, with the kind of earphone, headphone usage that we go through every day, we see kids using earphones throughout the day. Even working professional for Zoom meetings and for video conferences, they have to do this, sometimes earphones for very long hours. It is affecting all ages, the newborns, the young people and elderly. Definitely elderly लोगों को भी, जहां पहले 60 साल की उम्र में ये परेशानी होती थी, आज लेट 40s और 50s में ही ये परेशानी शुरू हो जाती है. So hearing aids cause परमानेंट हियरिंग लॉस नहीं, ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है, क्योंकि हियरिंग एड जो होता है वो बिल्कुल चश्मे की तरह होता है. जैसे हमें अगर 30% 40% लॉस होता है, हम चश्मा लगाते हैं, बिल्कुल क्लियर दिखने लगता है. सिमिलरली हियरिंग एड बिल्कुल ही आपका जो हियरिंग लॉस है 30-40% उसको कवर कर देती है. दिस इज नॉट अ डिसेबिलिटी, उसको डिसेबिलिटी की तरह नहीं देखना चाहिए. उसके साथ में ही अभी के समय में जो हियरिंग लॉस है वो टेक्निकली इतनी एडवांस्ड हो चुकी है, हियरिंग एड्स आर कंप्लीटली इनविजिबल दीज डेज. अगर मैंने अभी हियरिंग एड लगाया हुआ है तो आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि मेरे कानों में हियरिंग एड है. साथ में ही इसमें आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जैसे फीचर्स हैं, गूगल ट्रांसलेशन जैसे फीचर्स हैं. से यू इमेजिन यू गो टू चाइना, समबडी स्पीक्स इन चाइनीज और आपकी हियरिंग एड में आप ट्रांसलेट करके उसको आपके लैंग्वेज में सुन पा रहे हो. इमेजिन द काइंड ऑफ कंफर्ट दैट इट विल ब्रिंग टू यू. So hearing aid is no more an old age thing. You can connect to Bluetooth, you can listen to music, it has all the artificial intelligence feature. It can detect if you are sitting in a quiet environment, and when you go outside in a noisy environment, it can detect that. Like your watch, it can monitor your steps. If you have elderly person at home, if he falls, the hearing aid has fall detection. इमीडिएटली जो बच्चे हैं उनके मोबाइल पे एक SMS चला जाएगा, बिकॉज दीज डिवाइसेस आर कनेक्टेड विद योर फोन. सो द टेक्नोलॉजी हैज रियली इवॉल्व्ड, इनविजिबिलिटी इज देयर. सो हियरिंग एड do not cause hearing loss, and it is technologically a lot more advanced now. Hearing loss is an irreversible injury. So this is a fact. Most of the time people ask us कि क्या कोई ऐसी दवा है जो हम खा लें और हियरिंग लॉस ठीक हो जाए, क्या कोई सर्जरी करा सकते हैं इसका जाके? एंड द आंसर इज नो, बिकॉज यू डोंट नीड टू. अगर आपकी आंखों में लॉस होता है, डू यू गो एंड आस्क द ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट कि क्या आप मुझे कोई दवा दे दो ताकि मेरे आंख ठीक हो जाए या मेरी कोई सर्जरी कर दो? No, a simple sensory neural hearing loss needs a simple usage of hearing aid. You don't need to take a medicine, you don't need to do a surgery. और आप सिंपल hearing aid लगाते हैं या आपका hearing loss कवर हो जाता है. Hearing aids are visible. Now this is interesting. Many people say कि hearing loss दिखती है और क्योंकि लोग मुझे disabled समझेंगे इसलिए मैं hearing aid नहीं लगाता हूँ. So one, we definitely have something really invisible for them, but that's one part. That's not the idea. The idea is that your hearing loss is more visible than your hearing aid. अगर आप किसी से बात नहीं कर पा रहे हैं या 2 बार रिपीट करने कह रहे हैं या टीवी का वॉल्यूम ऊंचा करना पड़ रहा है, ये सारी प्रॉब्लम्स are more visible, way more visible than your hearing aid. Hearing aids are far invisible these days. So let us understand, what can you as youngsters do today to protect your hearing from deteriorating at such a fast pace? So I suggest the first rule, which is called 60-60 rule. 60-60 rule means अपने ईयरफोन का वॉल्यूम 60% से कम रखें और लगातार 60 मिनट से ज़्यादा यूज ना करें. Try to use it in intervals. Give rest to your ear. Even if you use it continuously, the bacteria inside your ears multiply very fast. So such things can cause permanent hearing loss. To avoid that, use 60-60 rule. Always use noise cancelling earplugs. Now this is mostly applicable when you go to a nightclub. आजकल हम बहुत सारी parties में जाते हैं, we enjoy nightclubs. It is a good thing to do. We should do that. But these days, you can very easily find noise cancellation earphones. You can order from any marketplace, Amazon, Flipkart, for yourself. Use these earphones, these noise cancelling earplugs. What this will do, this will let you hear the sound. At the same time, it will protect you from permanent damage of hearing. So, and also, like we do all our body checkups, medical checkups every year, अपने parents का कराते हैं, अपना कराते हैं. Hearing checkup is something really, really critical. We all should do a regular annual hearing checkup. अगर किसी को थोड़ा सा भी loss detect होता है, then they should go for biannual hearing checkup. So I urge you to take this action. Get your hearing test done today from a professional audiologist to a clinic nearby to see your current level of hearing. Because you remember I said 20, 30, 40% hearing loss, you do not even get to know that you have a hearing problem. And I said that all the youngsters are also being affected. So do not think that you do not have a hearing loss. It is always advisable to get a hearing test instantly to check what's your hearing level. And as Helen Keller said, blindness separates off from things, but deafness separates you from people. And let's build a world where no one has to live in silence forever. You all experience silence. We wish that no one has to live a life of silence. And as we say at Ear Solutions, ab sab sunenge.